Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Alright, today I'm going to be teaching you how to simplify sorts. You know, this is a very basic part of sorts question. So I'm going to be teaching you how to simplify sorts. It's very easy, okay? Just watch. You know, math is fun. I love it a lot. So alright, let's see now. So now, to simplify a sort where possible, alright? To simplify a sort where possible, you must express the number, alright? The number inside the square root sign. This is the number inside the square root sign as a product of two factors. All right. You simplify this guy. You first express it as a product of two factors. Where one will be a perfect square. All right. We will not pick 15 times 3. Why? Because 15 is not a perfect square. 3 is not a perfect square. So they said one of them must be a perfect square. That means we're going to be picking 9 times 5. This will give us 45. 9 is a perfect square. So when you express this number under the square root sign as a product of two factors, you put the square root, don't forget. Then you find the square root of 9, which is 3. All right? So we'll now have 3. 3 times root 5 will be 3 root 5. You see it? So this is the simplest form of this guy. Okay, let's look at another example. They said we should simplify this sword. 162. Let's do that. It's very easy. Now let's look for a perfect square and another number. The two numbers you're going to get, they'll be factors of 162. That when you multiply them together to give us 162. One of them must be a perfect square. And we know that the one that will go will be 81. So we have 81. That's root 81 times root 2. Okay? 81 times 2 will give us 161. Now the square root of 81 will be what? 9. So we have 9 root 2. This is the simplest form of this guy. You see, it's very easy. All right, let's do one more example so that I can get it clearly. What if we have 200? They give us this one. They said simplify 200. How are we going to simplify 200? Now let's look for two factors. One is a perfect square. The other one can be otherwise. We'll have 100. 100 times root what? 2. So the square root of 100 is what? 10. Our final answer will be what? 10 root 2. You see that? This is the first part of simplifying sort. What if I are given x squared y? So now these are algebra questions. We'll have to simplify this guy. We'll have to make it x squared times y. So square root of this guy will just give us x root y. You see, it's very easy. Okay, now what if we are given another one again like e? They gave you something like 3 root 50. Something like this. I know this one might be seeming different. It looks as if it's the simplest form, but it's not the simplest form. Let's simplify it. We'll have to express this guy. They told you express the number inside the square root sign as the product of two factors. One is a perfect square, the other one can be otherwise. So we'll have 3 times, we'll put root. This will be 25 because 25 is a perfect square times what? Root 2. You see that? So we have 3 times 25 times 2. So the square root of 25 is what? 5 times 5 times root 2. So 3 times 5 is what? 15 root 2. So that's our final answer. 15 root 2. This is the simplest form of this guy given. Okay, now, what if you are given this kind of question? They say express the following as a square root of a single number. They give you this guy, and they are telling you now to express it as a square root of a single number, just one single number being under the square root symbol. This way is very easy. Now, you have to find the square of 2, which is 4. Then you find the square of 2, which is 4. So you give it a square root multiplied by the number 5 you have there. So square root 4 times square root 5. That will give you square root 20. That's our final answer. Very easy. Now, another example. They gave us 3 root 7. They said express it to be a single number, as the square root of a single number. This you have to do. This square of 3 is what? 9. We'll have 9 times 7. You see that? If you multiply that, that will give us 63. Very easy. The last one, what if you are given 4 root 6? Do this one yourself. Let's see. All right. Are you done with it now? All right. Let me solve it. Let's see if you're correct. So now the square of 4 is what? 16. So we have a root 16 times a root 6. So you have to multiply them. You get a final answer 196. 196. So this is the final answer. So you have been able to simplify them now. So this is how you solve questions under simplification of sort, expressing the question to the answer and going back again to the question. All right, thank you very much for watching this video. Subscribe. Don't forget, please subscribe. I need you to subscribe so that I can get in tune when I always post my videos. Thank you very much.